got you. I'm joking. Where? No. Really? I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. Just
in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it. This day is gonna be the greatest memory.
The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That two is 5 in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. This day be the greatest
The
memory.
void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That
And now, introducing your host, Susan and the hero.
When they introduce us, now you can't come stage now. You have spoiled the thing now.
But that was a good rehearsal now.
It was a good one, so let's take. And now, please, more energy. And your host tonight, give it up for Susan and the hero. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first Afriff E-Championship. No. That's not how we planned it now. We'll just do it final time, one more time. We like the energy. Ladies and gentlemen, your host tonight, Susan and the hero. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first Afriff Esports Championship. I'm your host, Hero Daniels, and I'll be doing this alongside the very delectable
Susan Pajok. So tonight, we're going to be watching 4 of Nigeria's best, when I mean best, I mean the best of the best, battle for a very huge grand prize. They're going to be battling against one another, and this is the first of its kind.
Oh, yes.
First of its kind, only at Afriff.
Oh, yes. The journey started with 776 gamers, and tonight we are down to just 4 gamers. Trust me, these guys are the best on the continent, and they've got the speed, the accuracy, high player IQ, so you are in for a great ride.
I'm probably wondering that you're also wondering what the grand prize is. It's 500,000, and it's going to be shared amongst the winners and the losers.
And the big question now is, who will go home tonight crowned as the very first Afriff Esports champion?
Who?
She said me.
Who? Okay, so without further ado, let's meet our players.
The first gamer tonight is no other than the one and the only Virus.
And then our next player is no one and other but Sensei.
Sensei, make some noise for Sensei. Apparently Sensei has a lot of fans, but the next man I'm about to call, he's calm, he's gentle, he's collected, but he's very vicious. Give it up for the one, the only Sammy.
And our 4th and final player is called Kip Slim.
Kip Slim.
You're really slim, oh.
Fantastic. All right, welcome. Susan, I think you have to start with the questions, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'll start with Kip Slim. Kip Slim, if there's someone that you're scared of battling amongst these 3 individuals, who? Sensei, okay. So Sensei is like the one to fear.
So Sensei, how prepared are you for the competition tonight?
Period.
I need to...
Yeah, I'm prepared enough.
Okay, like what did you do to prepare yourself? Did you go to a village to collect some jazz?
Just pretty much practice. That was it.
Practice? Yeah. So no jazz?
No.
Okay, fantastic.
Maybe. Okay, so how long have you been gaming for, Sammy?
For Call of Duty Mobile is over a year now.
Just over a year, and you're here out of 776 people. Please, I think Sammy, all of them actually deserve a round of applause. Can we give it up for them? Yes. Kip. Have you ever seen this t-shirt? I'm a Kip. Oh, okay, we've asked Kip Slim now. Oh yes. So we're gonna Virus. You know, when you were gaming, we had a lot of jokes about you. They were like, this one a coronavirus. So They keep people. So are you gonna like give us the Koro effect tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I will.
On a scale of 1 to 10, like how prepared are you?
I'll say 8.
8.
What happened to your remaining 2?
Tension.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot wait to get into business. Tonight I see a lot of beautiful, popular faces. Everybody's popular now. They're all celebrities. Please, a round of applause for yourselves.
Period for our audience.
Yes, our special guest tonight. Give it up for Sharon Oda. I think I also signed Dr. Sid somewhere. Give it up for Dr. Sid.
And then we have Boma from Big Brother.
Wow, I think I can cite Davido somewhere. Give it up for Davido.
Here, where's Davido? Where's Davido? Show me Davido.
Wait, you can't see Davido. What up? It's your boy Davido.
Hero.
Yo, no, what are you saying, man?
Beautiful man.
Let me tell you, bro. Davido's spirit just entered me like this. You understand? You know, he's stranded in traffic, so he just evaporated. And now came inside me. You understand? So give it up for the one, the only, OBO Badass. All right, without further ado, let's get down to the business of the day. We'll be connecting with our studio. Over to you, studio.
All right, DK Gamecast with myself, CJ Livecast. Thank you guys for joining and watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. Got some really good fights for you. DK, start us off with what we're going to start with the players. Two really good competitions here.
Well, we've got a bit of a lineup coming in already. As we can see, we've got a Virus and Sammy, and now these two giants are going to be fighting it out against each other to see who will be moving on to fight it out for that first and second place, and who will be sent over to fight it out for third and fourth place. So I'm expecting to see some pretty interesting gameplay coming in from both these players.
I know, I'm really looking forward to both these guys because they've made it so far down the line. Virus being a very aggressive player, Sammy being aggressive at times, working that magic when the time is right. So to start, what we're going to do is go through the rules. These are very important for the players to compete with. No EMPs, cryo bombs, heartbeat sensor, gas grenades, storm ball, legendary flashbang grenades, flash drones, and no trophy system. That's all part of the tacticals. Do not throw those out. Next is your banned lethals. We got trip mine, thermites, and molotovs. As far as the snipers are concerned, we got the Rytech AMR, the NA-45, and no marksmans at all. TK, can you take us through the last set of rules?
Yeah, of course, there's going to be no emulators, controllers, no operator skills, no perks, no score streaks, and also no secondary weapons. But CJ, we also need to have a bit of a look to give the people in the audience an idea of who it is exactly that we have that are going to be playing in this first matchup. So I think if we start with Mr. Virus, right? He's of course getting himself...
They'll knock us down, but we'll survive. Only
this one very shortly. Before we do, I do want to say thank you to the people who are helping putting this together. This is part of that film house cinema where Afriff Esports Championship is being broadcasted from, the Landmark Center of Lagos. I know a lot of you guys are watching right now from there. And everyone that's watching on stream, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, so we're going to probably hop right in to match number one right off the bat. So here they are, Virus and Sammy. We're just waiting for them to get into the room. That'll be when they get in.
Yep. So I've got a question actually now for you, CJ.
Yes.
Right? We've been watching these two guys go at it over the past few days of gameplay, coming in match after match after match. Right. Now, what is the most standout performance that you could potentially identify out of the games you've seen them play in?
So there is a lot of great matchups, obviously. What they're really good at is sliding and maneuvering, strafing around, making it really tough for the opponent to hit them. They are really accurate players as well, so that is something not to sneeze upon, but certainly their movement is what's going to get you the win. Sometimes being slow and steady can work out in your best interest if you're trying to be silent, but for the most part, if you're able to move around the map, feel comfortable moving, confident, then that's going to get you some W's, and I will expect to see a lot of great movement from both of these players that we're going to see in a few moments.
Well, I've got to say, I'm quite excited to see what Virus is going to be bringing. We did see that they were talking in the auditorium about, making a few jokes with Virus, talking about the corona and all that. But we've actually seen the Virus being super aggressive when he steps up onto the battlefield. I mean, the last time I saw him play, he was just absolutely demolishing the opposition. So I'm quite excited to see what Virus is going to be bringing to the table. Now, do you have any expectations coming in for Sammy in today's matches?
Well, as I said before, I think Sammy has a very well-balanced game. He plays aggressively when he is losing, which is very important because if you start being conservative when you are losing, you're not taking those risks, you're not going out there to try to make things happen, and you're probably going to stay on the bottom end of it. But Sammy also plays very aggressive when he needs to, right? When he's losing the game, he plays aggressive. When he's winning the game, he plays a little bit more conservatively. And so that might help keep the score at a very even playing field when he's already on top. We'll see if that's the way he's going to play here with Virus. As I said, Virus is hard to pace yourself with because he's very aggressive throughout the games. And if he's constantly doing that, you really don't want to be hanging back too much when he's on a roll. So I don't know how Sammy's going to play this one against Virus. I think both of them have a really good chance of winning. It's just based on strat.
Yeah, well, definitely a good strategy to try and counter Virus is going to try and beat him at his own style in a sense, right? So obviously Sammy will have to still keep it to his own kind of way of playing, but he needs to try and find that strategy to potentially try and outmaneuver Virus if he is looking to claim the victory and if he's looking to take home the win. But we are also going to be playing it out over 5 matches, so the first player to win 3 out of the 5 will be the one to move into the higher bracket, fighting it out for that first and second place. So I've got to say, this is going to be a very interesting fight as both players are now up in towards the lobby. We are going to get ready to jump into that first game, and it is going to be over on towards shipment for the assault rifle round.
Yeah, that first round with ARs is definitely going to be one that both of these players are going to really try to win. Obviously, they're going to try to win this, but it's a big difference because if you start to lose the first game, then you definitely have to win the next 2 and 3 to really keep up with it. And you don't necessarily have to do it all in the first match, but that's going to set the tone. We are going to get into it.
Early start is going to be pretty high as both our players are now making sure they've got all their loadouts ready and set to roll. And this is going to be such an exhilarating match as they are sitting there face to face, not only facing off in the match, but they can actually look each other in the face as they go about this map.
I know, this is that extra level of competitiveness that we love to see in LAN events. Let's take a look at what we got in the room. As we said before, shipment will be the match, the ASVAL, going to be utilized by Sam. That has been a tournament favorite among players in the AR scene. And we'll take a look at each player, but this one has been completely turned. on its head. Both of them going aggressive. And Virus is definitely the one taking advantage of it for the first part of the match.
Yep, there's no chance to show any weakness. It all needs to be the best foot being set forward. You got to play at your best, your A game. And with that, Sammy is going to be trying it.
Look at what Virus is using. Also the sound foul for the competition.
Attempting his way around the exterior, just trying for the time being to stay away from the
Early start there for Virus.
Yeah, again, out comes that quite a bit of control of the match.
Yeah, and as we said before, Virus is
very
strong in being
come on,
aggressive.
another trade-off comes in from Virus. A very
Still getting kills. He's going through his corners now, cutting around the map. That might be the right play at this point, where we're roughly at the halfway mark with 30 minutes and 30 seconds. But now, yeah, never mind. He's going after it again, and he will just add on to that point total. 6-point lead.
Virus is looking to boulder that streak as much as he can. Just looking to push in. Every time Sammy respawns, he is right there, ready to roll, ready to strike yet another hit in towards him. But Sammy, of course, is going to now try and look to make a bit of a comeback, as we do have still that 6-point difference coming in. Time being.
Yeah, Sammy made an excellent decision there to go after him when he had his back turned to him. So he gets 2 kills in a row. That could lead to something big here, as there's still a few seconds on that clock, a few minutes actually.
Yeah. Just about 2 minutes 40. He will take a few, but with that, Sammy is looking to close this gap already now, changing up to only a 4-point difference here. And who knows, maybe Sammy will still be able to make a beautiful comeback play here.
We're perfectly at the 2:30 mark. So anything can possibly happen right now. 8-4. Sammy's certainly
proactive approach. Virus not waiting around, not going to be sitting back, but Sammy is also not going to let him be walked over as he steps up, and with that picks up his first point.
Obviously get ahead of this eventually.
So we're off to a really good start to this match.
Yeah, a really quick start. A lot of times you do see
Done by Sammy as Virus sets yet another point. And with that, we move up onto a 5-point difference. We've been seeing quite a beautiful comeback coming in from Sammy, but now it is just to try and find that momentum once again. And Virus now pushing himself up to the halfway mark. We are either playing for 20 kills or until that timer runs out. But looking at kind of the momentum that Virus is building up here, we could very well reach that 20-point mark before the timer hits 0.
it is possible, as now he has made it a slower beginning to kind of get a sense of each player, but this one has been completely turned. Sammy gets another shot behind him as he finally puts down that kill streak. This will be a tough one for on its head, both of them going aggressive. And Virus is definitely the 13-6 now. So I think at this point, Sammy just would like to get some kills to carry that momentum to the second game. It could come back, but it seems very unlikely, although these are some really good kills he's getting. One taking advantage of it for the first part of the match.
Yep, there's good play. Sammy already finding 3 points now, looking to maybe close that gap. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to pull this off, as Virus is taking a little bit more of a calculated approach here, just trying to evade.
Very surprised by that. Oh, that drop shot didn't work, but look at Virus's health. He is barely 1%, holding on to dear life there. And he will recoup that right now.
No
So,
chance
25 seconds left
to show any weakness. It all needs to be the best for it.
We definitely put on a
Being
good
slid forward, you got to play at your best, your A game. And with that,
do it a
Sammy,
little earlier. Because he's been keeping up with his score on the second half of the game. And that first half, it was just all Virus.
yeah, this is going to be a really great start for Virus. He's setting the bar exceptionally high, but fortunately for Sammy, this is only the first 5 matches, so there's still quite a bit to be done here with that strong performance coming in from Virus, setting the bar right up there, and Sammy now needs to come stronger when we move into our next match.
Yeah, that was a great first match, obviously, with Virus. He, as I mentioned before, just started off so strong. I think he had a 7-1 lead at a point. I think it may be as much of a difference as 8 going into this match.
He is going to be trying to hold the position close to that southern edge of his own. Virus.
The upcoming map here for it. We're going to get into snipers soon.
He's also just tempting his way around the exterior, just trying for the time being to stay. Yeah, it's going to be quite exciting once we hop over in towards Kill House. I mean, these snipers, we've seen them over the past games. It is really challenging to find those pinpoint shots. Even in close proximity, there's not a lot of opportunity really to scope in, but the players, they have to try and make the most of that. They need to step up, need to try and bring in those points, and I'm quite excited to see what both Virus and Sammy are going to bring with those snipers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a totally different game, as you mentioned. It's totally no longer an automatic type of fight here. You got to be able to strafe when you're on the reload. It definitely doesn't show anything from the previous round. It's going to be a totally different game.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of a challenge, and everyone else is picking up as we're getting ready to hop into our next round. The snipers, it is going to be a potential, I'm hoping, for a bloodbath to come in. I want to see the aggression. I want to see that absolute insanity now just erupting on screen.
Yeah, Sammy certainly needs to have a good start here. I think that's going to be his main problem. If Virus goes off again with a strong streak to begin, it's going to be hard for Sammy to come back. We've already seen it, how it's difficult to come back in any of these matches. And so hopefully Sammy can start off strong. I do also believe that they're going to, I was going to say, maybe play it a little slower in the beginning, but Sammy goes right to the middle as Virus shoots him there.
Yeah, that's, again, a really strong start coming in from Virus. Sammy now looking to see if he can find that approach, but Virus, he's just got that scope dialed in, he's got it locked on, and I'm hoping Sammy finds a bit of a weakness in the side here of Virus, because he needs to find that anti-virus.
I mean, damn, I mean, he just has this game intact for himself. He's already 3 ahead, and we're barely reaching the minute mark. We are just at the 50-second mark. And you try to hip fire the first shot, try to hip fire the second one. Gets hit once, and he was able to get it back to Sammy, but Sammy finally puts him down 3-1 in favor of Virus. Ooh, well, that was
away from center, but we've seen once a team is able to hop into that center position, they're hesitating a slight tad, but they're trying to get the angle towards Sammy, and unfortunately Sammy misses out on the opportunity. Are able to retain quite a bit of control of the match.
Yeah, and as we said before, Virus
needs to try and get those hits through.
Yeah, it really is about the cover you take, the sliding after the shot, and being obviously accurate. You have to be super good by getting those crosshairs on target. And there's a great event. Oh, Sammy comes back with a great shot for his own. 4-2 now. Starting off very strong and being aggressive. He's starting to hold back a little bit, and he's still getting kills.
On the clock, and this could still swing either which way. Sammy just trying to play these angles and see if he can find a potential line on towards Virus. Virus taking the high ground. Once again, Sammy tries to put the shot in, misses the first shot, tries again. Oh man, it's gonna be a pretty tough play as he pushes forward. Virus is lying in wait, waiting for Sammy to slip up. Will we see that shot come through?
Sammy's gonna get jumped on. Let's see if it hurts him. And it does. Virus with a great job surprising him from the top. And he's able to get to his side where he felt comfortable to hit him.
Sniper! Sniper! Get down, sniper!
Sammy now a little, probably feeling the pressure a little bit here. As Virus already took match number 1, and Virus now leading match number 2. In total, we got 5 matches. Well, we could have 5 matches. It's best of 5.
Yep.
So he still could be winning it, even if he loses this one. But this is certainly not over yet. We got 2 minutes left, and it was only a 2-point difference. So Sammy might want to stay back. Virus just dying there earlier, so that will certainly help Sammy's cause as he gets a great shot on Virus.
Yeah, Sammy doing the work out here. He's not going to let Virus get away with it just yet. He steps up and get another shot. Trying the quick scopes, and that is so difficult with these snipers because there's no, you know, kind of the follow-up hit. Like, once you've tapped it, that was it. There's no shot to follow up, and Sammy trying relentlessly now to get the angle on towards Virus.
Yeah, Sammy's trying to get close, and unfortunately, every single time we see him pushing like that, it seems like Virus has an answer for it. Sammy really needs to use the longer range. Oh my god, he peeked out too long there for Virus, but Sammy really needs to get these longer range shots to hit, because when he tries to move in, he is kind of making it open. Just like that, Virus is keeping him at bay.
Yeah, and there's so much pressure. I mean, take into consideration that they are sitting opposite each other. This is not them playing from 2 different locations. They are sitting there in front of each other, just feeling the pressure. And with that, also the audience sitting there, spectating them. And now we get ready to move up once again as Sammy tries to make a bit of a comeback on towards Virus. He does find a few hits. Virus is relatively low on health, but now up comes a bit of an aggressive push, but Virus will not let that happen as he puts the hits down into Sammy once again.
Oh, what a great shot. Just a quick scope across the map. Virus is now at double digits and makes that a little bit more to 11. 11-4 with 20 seconds left. I think we can call match number 2 for Virus, as he is certainly infecting this matchup. Yeah, I can do it too.
Sammy is, yeah, Sammy is definitely going to try and finish this one off on at least a good footing. You know, not going to let the Virus run away too much with those points, but at the end of the day, it is going to be over to the hand there of Virus as he claims yet another victory, now sitting on a very comfortable 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Virus did an excellent job keeping Sammy at bay. You definitely saw Sammy wanting to push. I think he felt more comfortable when it was just them 2 dancing around in the same spot. But, you know, again, Virus wasn't allowing that to happen. He also wanted to keep him at bay because he knew that a longer distance fight would make more time. It would take longer for each kill, and when he already had the lead, that's perfect. That's perfect for Virus in that situation.
Yeah, pretty awesome play coming in there from Virus. But now we are getting ready to move in to our 3rd round. It is going to be heading over towards the SMG side, and I'm curious to see whether or not we're going to have Sammy look to take the victory on this one, because if Virus runs away with it once again, that is going to be game, set, match, and Virus will be moving into the fight for 1st and 2nd place, and we'll see Sammy moving over on towards the fight there for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, this Kill House now fight with submachine guns. We are so used to seeing submachine guns being utilized at shipment that this is going to be certainly a switch. Kill House is a little bit bigger than shipment, so SMGs normally used for short-range fighting might be actually good for Sammy. Again, Sammy likes that up-close and personal type of fighting, so if he can get Virus to be right next to him, he might be able to make things happen in his favor. But as we saw, Virus doing an excellent job with the ARs, which are very similar to SMGs in general as far as compared to snipers anyway. And if, you know, if Virus continues to perform with an automatic, then that should be his game as well.
Yeah, I mean, that rapid fire definitely making quite a bit of a difference here, making it also a little bit easier to follow up with those engagements. But now we look to see Sammy to try and not only close that gap, but get the victory as Virus steps up once again.
What a good shot from Sammy too, but Virus with a little bit of health left, able to recover and get the kill. 5-3, and it looks like we're getting to the point where Virus is trying to keep the dominating lead and the win to boot here. Good shot to start, good shot to finish from Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy definitely looking to make that bounce back. I mean, he's just playing the edge and waiting to see where Virus is going to be coming up. Virus also now rotating along that eastern side, holding up the position in that far northeastern side, but rotating through center. Both players actually now coming into that more centralized region. Let's see whether or not Sammy will be able to find it, the clear line of sight on towards Virus. He's scanning, he's searching, he's paying close attention to those audio cues.
Oh, a lot of misses, but still gets it. Sammy keeping it close. 1 point lead for Virus. 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
I'm rooting for Team Sammy on this one. I want to see Sammy get that 1 point on board. I don't want to be this to be a walkover, right? I want Sammy to step up. He's been showing such great potential. He's been playing such beautiful card. Now, we need to see him step up, find the angle on towards Virus. Yes, sneakily making his way through, finds the angle, and with that, evens it out.
Beautiful. Sometimes that kind of play will work if you go slowly around the map, stay silent, without the opponent hearing you. You can get a free shot like that. On the right of him, he has to hear that. He does. He's using. Oh no! Here it's more. Virus gets around to the side of him, and Sammy couldn't even turn his gun toward him in time.
This is what we want to see. We want to see the players. This might be really good chance that we see Virus moving up onto the 1v2 fight, the first and second place fight. Maybe Sammy then moving into third and fourth.
Yeah, this sweep from Virus has been really excellent. Starting off with the ARs to boot, I mean, he had a huge lead on that one. Even with the sniper battle, he was able to get a few points ahead of Sammy. Not necessarily as early as we've seen in this match and previous matches, but still a really good set of kills with the snipers, and now obviously with the SMGs. It was a really great game. This was really close. Sammy really made it hard for Virus to stay ahead, but with 3 matches under his belt, it will go to Virus.
Yeah, well, you got to commend Sammy though. I mean, that was a really strong effort coming in there. It was not an easy play. Virus, as we said before, is a super aggressive player. He is very, very, very active with regards to the movement all around the map, so he's so hard to really track down.
To enjoy the show, definitely give it up to both of these players, guys. Sammy and Virus, they did an excellent job. We'll be moving on, I think, at this point, but we will be, let's see, let me take a look at what we are doing. DK, you have any last words for these two players?
Yeah, just gotta give it to Sammy. Well done, and of course we'll see Sammy moving into that fight for third and fourth position, and Virus, of course, is gonna be moving in for the fight for first and second. So I'm curious to see what Sammy's gonna do in the next round.
Yes, so Sammy is still competing. He's just gonna, as you say, go into
who's going to be third and who's going to be fourth. Our upcoming match will be another two great players, Sensei and Kip Slim. With these two players, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on these guys.
Ooh, Sensei. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to the play coming in from Sensei. Sensei also being a fairly aggressive player with regards to. Forward to the play coming in from Sensei. Sensei also being a fairly aggressive player.
So right before we do, guys, let me check out what you guys have been writing. I think my stream chat, I think, is going to be good at this point. Yep, Coco, welcome to the stream. It looks like Kip Slim to win. It looks like you're rooting for him. Yeah, let us know, guys. Who are you guys rooting for? I want to hear it from you guys in chat. I want to hear it from just, I guess, if you guys are in the audience live. I won't be able to hear it, but I hope you guys are rooting for you guys for your favorite players. What else we got? Weirdo, welcome to the stream. Lore. No point streaming? What happened to that? Add video on Trovo? Am I missing something here? So right before we do, guys, check out what you guys have. Yeah, it's working. Good. Sir Sin, welcome to the stream. Does the game sound need to be fixed as well? Let us know if there's any issues, guys. Appreciate it. But I think we're good. I'll take a look when we get back into the game.
If you guys are in the audience live,
I believe we're going to be jumping into a few interviews there with the players as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we probably will be getting into that. So right now, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
The boys from the bottom. No, he can't do it. Got 2 and 5 in a row now.
So right now, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
The boy from the bottom. No, he can't do it. Got 2 and 5 in a row now. In a row now.
All right, we are back. We got matchup number 2. Got Sensei, we got Grammy Boy. Take out the music in the background. There we go. Good luck to both players. Let us know who you guys are rooting for. Fighting. Sensei takes this. Shots toward Grammy Boy. All right, we are back. We got matchup number 2. Got Sensei, we got Grammy Boy. Let me take out the music in the background. There we go. Good luck to both. Now both of them are keeping their distance.
Yeah, this is definitely different strategies from both players compared to what we saw with Virus and Sammy. This is a slower paced game. They're trying to be using the cover.
Yeah, and now we look to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. Already we got that first
rush and push and try to catch the other off guard that way. They're trying to use their defensive positioning the best way they can. So I love to see the different strats that are involved, even though it's pretty much the same layout.
Well, that first lineup
as Grammy Boy
looking out quite favorably there for Virus, but now it is going to be Kip Slim. Oh, and Sensei, the potential wax on the wax. He comes up with the first hit, the first knock straight on towards Kip Slim. And inside with Kip Slim striding the east, the west rather. Again, being a little bit more. This is where. Oh, I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing, because we've also seen Grammy Boy. A Kip Slim coming in with a really strong performance across these matches.
The lead is going to have, obviously, the advantageous position when it comes to later in the round. You don't have to take as many risks when you have the lead, and that's what Grammy Boy was able to come back at least with one of those kills. But I do foresee that as time goes down, if Sensei continues to keep that lead, he'll start playing it a little bit slower just to keep the difference in his favor.
Yeah, and also Sensei will be looking to keep a little bit more distance now between himself and Kip Slim, as Kip Slim is now in a position where he needs to do all the work. If he wants to take the victory on this first match, he needs to step up, he needs to get aggressive, and he needs to work for that win.
Yeah, we're already past the halfway mark, but there's only 2-point difference. The thing about it, though, as we mentioned, this game style is so much slower than the previous match, so 2 points could be a big...
I 100% agree with you on that. And Sensei now still just sticking to his guns, holding on to the south. Up comes Kip Slim, the shot comes through, and Sensei now increasing the lead to 3 points.
That was very impressive look out there from Sensei. He really just turned on a heartbeat right now, and he was able to get another kill in a row. So 5-1, and almost got his 6 right there as Grammy Boy needs to re-heal. See Sensei making a strong push. Is he going to cut around the bend and try to get him? There he is. Wow, Sensei using the crane to his advantage to keep that lead now up to 5.
Yep, this is a really strong performance coming in from Sensei as he continues to push forward, and he is now on an absolute streak. 6-point difference coming in favor of Sensei.
He's tearing through the enemy. Now Grammy Boy finally getting another kill. Hopefully he can bring some momentum to either the end of this match to bring it over, or to try to win it, but I don't know if that's going to be possible at this stage. Ooh, gets flash grenaded, and he's able to walk out of it at least without getting pushed. But again, you know, with only 30 seconds left, he's going to be the guy that needs to make all the movement happen, and he's just not doing that quite yet. So I think Grammy Boy is going to be taking the L here. And that will definitely nail it in the coffin for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just looking at the players sitting there on the stage. I mean, the focus is there, the concentration is there. Now it is all just down to timing and having those shots work out in your favor. Sensei again continuing on with his runaway. He's now able to establish yet another hit, and with that
Keep that lead. He'll start playing it a little bit slower just to keep the difference in his favor.
Yeah, and also Sensei will be looking to keep a little bit more distance now between himself and Kip Slim, as Kip Slim is now in a position where he needs to do all the work. If he wants to take the victory on this first match, he needs to step up, he needs to get aggressive, and he needs to work for that win.
Yeah, we're already past the halfway mark, but there's only 2-point difference. The thing about it, though, as we mentioned, this game style is so much slower than the previous match, so 2 points could be a big lead if they continue to play like this.
Yep, I 100% agree with you on that. And Sensei now still just sticking to his guns, holding on to the south. Up comes Kip Slim, the shot comes through, and Sensei now increasing the lead to 3 points.
That was very impressive look out there from Sensei. He really just churned on a heartbeat right now, and he was able to get another kill in a row. So 5-1, and almost got his 6th right there, as Grammy Boy needs to re-heal. See Sensei making a strong push. Is he going to cut around the bend and try to get him? There he is. Wow, Sensei using the crane to his advantage to keep that lead now up to 5.
Yep, this is a really strong.
Hoping that these longer range shots with the sniper at kill house will be in his favor. You can see that Grammy Boy wanted to play it slower, especially at the start. So maybe that'll help with, again, that long range distance. It's just when they come into the push. Sensei, I can definitely see him pushing through and trying to take out Grammy Boy right in front of his face. And that might hurt Grammy Boy's chances of winning. We'll see. We'll see what their strats will entail. Obviously, as I mentioned before, snipers are a big difference compared to ARs. So we'll see, obviously, when the shots fly.
Yeah, and the shots are going to be flying pretty soon as the match is starting to load on in. And we'll see our two competitors go cheek to cheek, head to head. We get to fight it out with a bit of that sniper action. And yeah, now this is pretty much anyone's game still. But ideally, we'd like to see Kip Slim step up and grab the victory.
Looks like Kip had to bail out. I think probably going to restart this one. Must have had something wrong with the glitch here. But we will get that match going again. So yeah, I think, you know, with Sensei, a very strong movement. I think the best thing about what he did in the pre-on
Not one of the easiest weapons to play with in a close quarter situation.
No, not at all. And you'll often see when they get really close, a lot of hip firing. Sometimes they'll try to quick scope it. But this is where the battle starts. Each on different ends of the map. Definitely trying to peek out and surprise the other one with a nice, strong, long-range hit. And as I said, I foresee that Grammy was going to stay back, because that's the way he's been playing in the AR match. And Sensei also played back in the very beginning of match 1, but after getting a few kills, he started to feel, I think, either more confident or just that his strat entailed to be more aggressive and to get more done. Right now, Sensei still holding. Sensei using the DLQ-33. Again, I think all players have been using that from the top 4. And never mind, Grammy Boy is going to be using the Locust. So as far as the Locust, it is the second favorite. The DLQ-33 has been the major gun to use. But I would say, you know, definitely a close second is the Locust.
I mean, for me, I go with whichever weapon has ammo in, right? For me,
okay.
that is that whichever one is able to fire, that is
the
the
one that
I'll
shoots
settle
bullets
for.
and the one that can hit another player to the point where you get a knock or a kill. That sounds good, you know?
Yeah.
They should make all guns like that.
I think that's a new feature that might be coming out pretty soon. But for the time being, we are going to be seeing that first point going over on towards Sensei with now just under 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yeah, just to
Kip Slim, he
remind...
needs to step it up.
Just to remind the audience, we have Sensei winning match number 1. So if Sensei continues to hold the lead, obviously it's the very beginning, so we don't know yet, but big kill there with this little jump shot going over the wall. If he... Oh my god. What was that? What a great hit as the opponent was trying to slide under the radar. But Sensei still got a nice headshot.
That wasn't a nice headshot. That was an amazing headshot.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't know which game you're watching.
You're right. I should have been more accurate with my statement. But 3-0 Sensei. Grammy, I think this is the same situation. I believe Sensei had a 3-0 lead to start with the ARs. But at that point, I think Grammy came back with a kill. So we'll see if that will repeat itself as well.
I'm actually quite interested to see a face-off come in between Sensei and Virus, as both these players are super mobile, super active with regards to the approach to these games. And I mean, also, I'd like to see the fights come through between Kip Slim and Sammy. But Kip Slim finding that hit up, bringing the score up to 1, and now he needs so much more work to do.
Yeah, that's that hip fire I'm talking about. And it looks like Grammy stole his weapon off the dead body, so he has 2 just in case. I guess if... So he doesn't have to completely reload when the mag runs out, in case that happens. But 3-1 in favor still for Sensei. And for Sensei, we're used to seeing him being a little bit more aggressive, but he might be feeling a little bit of pressure. I think staying a little bit more passive for Sensei is the right play. Ooh, good shot from Grammy. Needed that 100%. The other thing, though, to think about is not necessarily from a rational standpoint, but from a motivational or a even... I don't want to say emotional, but constantly pushing can really make the opponent feel uncomfortable. And even though it's not necessarily what Sensei should do, as he only has a very small lead, it has been working for him. So he might want to just stick with something that has been working, that aggressive play that Grammy has not been able to catch up yet with.
Yeah, there's also that mental game coming through. If you're able to keep that mental pressure on, it definitely does affect the performance coming from your opponent. And with that, Sensei just pushes back once again, finding the hit once more, and now back up onto a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Sensei obviously starting with a nice 3-0 run. Grammy Boy trying to come back, but Sensei is going to try to hold them, obviously. To it! Good shot from Grammy from the top. 4-3 with only 30 seconds left. Sensei needs to push. I hope he realizes the timer is going down a little bit here. Sensei's definitely holding back his spot because he does not want to have this engagement. If you can hold it back the longest, that's best for him. But Grammy needs to be a little bit more aggressive. There's only 10 seconds. He hasn't even found him yet. Now he has. Oh, he gets a kill. 4 up. 4 up.
Yeah, that is what we want to see, of course, with that shot. The Kip Slim ties it out. And what a fantastic show that was on the snipers. Both players coming in with 4 confirms either side. And who knows, we could maybe make our way even closer towards all 5 matches being played here.
I hope so, too. So we have a tie, obviously, as you guys noticed. So we have a win already with Sensei. A tie now between the both of them. It will certainly go into a third round, the third game, which was already going to be set in stone. But it could, as you mentioned, go into 4, go into 5, if we're lucky enough. Let me show you guys the match look, or the maps, so you guys have a great sense of what it all is. So definitely, as I mentioned, submachine guns will be in play. If it is anything similar to the assault rifles, then I would imagine Sensei has an advantage. But submachine guns are what players are mostly used to when it comes to MP. And, you know, maybe Grammy Boy just wasn't as used to the AR as an MP matchup. So we will obviously go and find that fight as we are going into match number 3 in Group 2 right now.
Yep. And it's going to be an interesting one. I'm also curious to see what that shotgun round is going to look like. But before we get too much into that, it is going to be that SMG, as you said. And now this is the opportunity for Grammy Boy to step up, claim another victory, or claim his first victory, because evening it out, coming in with a tie, just to a certain degree, you know, makes that almost a null and void match. So the third and fourth match is going to be absolutely essential now for Kip Slim to try and maybe get a bit of a victory in here.
Yeah, again, Grammy Boy is Kip Slim, if anyone's wondering that. But yes, I think Grammy Boy helped out his cause by pushing one step up, right? He lost match number 1. He ties match number 2. He's on the right track. And hopefully, ooh, that was a close one against Grammy Boy there. But hopefully he can hold his own on this map. I think it will be incredibly difficult if he loses this one to take both of match number 4 and 5. So this is kind of a must-win for him. Not necessarily from a stat standpoint, but from just a pure realistic standpoint. Whoa, great nade.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at it, right, snipers is difficult, but after this, we are going over into shotguns, and then we've got pistols after that. So it is increasing the level of complexity, the level of difficulty, and, you know, the luck, I would almost say, being required there to attain success in that showdown. So the faster we can see that dominance being asserted and being established, the better it will be.
Yeah, speaking of establishing, Grammy Boy with a big, well, not big, but it has a lead. And this is where Grammy Boy, I think, will have to work from. This is his gameplay. This is what he wanted to do with the ARs, is to stay slow, stay passive, wait to hear the enemy come around. And if he doesn't hear him, he'll just continue to peek each corner here. As Sensei will need to be the guy, especially if time starts dwindling at a faster or a smaller time period now, then he's going to be aggressive. And you can see he's starting to move. Oh my God, ooh. Sensei, there was a few things that shouldn't have gone Sensei's way there. He did not have cover. He also was shooting at Grammy Boy, who had the whole barrel in front of him, and he still won that. He also was being heard as Grammy Boy was staying silent. There was a lot going against him there. He still got the kill.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty impressive plays. And again, as we can see on the feed itself, we've got both these players sitting there right next to each other. Like, this is as close as you get, right? Well, within reason, within what is allowed. Oh, but here we go now. Grammy Boy picking up another point, taking down Sensei, and so far this is looking to be a really good play for Grammy Boy.
Yeah, he doesn't need to have all the kills. He just needs to have one more at least compared to Sensei when the timer runs out. That's his play right here. That's what he's hoping to strive for. The thing is, you're working with small margins by playing the way Grammy Boy is playing. If he had a big lead, maybe with like 5 kills ahead, then this would definitely make sense. Without that huge lead, and it's just 1, I don't know if this is the way to go. The reason why I think Grammy Boy should continue to play he's playing is because he's comfortable. And as long as you're comfortable, then that will work.
This is a very interesting strategy here for Grammy Boy. You know, just making it so difficult for Sensei to find him. But this could take a swing in the opposite direction as well, right? So if Sensei is able to find 2 more points on towards Grammy Boy. There's not going to be a lot of time left, really, for Grammy Boy to find this hits. And with that, Sensei evens it out. So now the pressure is on to Grammy Boy because now he needs to do the work. He's still, trailing behind on 1 point.
Yes, he is going to. If this is how it ends, 2-2, if it ties out, although we still have a minute, I'm sure we're going to see more kills, then I think Grammy will be happy, fairly happy on this, because he did lose the AR match, which is very similar to this. Oh, he gets a kill, though. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Grammy Boy was able to push forward. That was not a play we're used to seeing him do. Ooh, good initial shots on Sensei. 40 seconds left. Oh, he pushed out to the left. I'm not sure why Grammy did that. But now it's 3 up. Again, Grammy definitely can't afford to lose this because Sensei has already won 1, and then you really need to win 2 in a row. If he ties, at least he just needs to win 1 and tie the last.
Grand finals for no reason. They really have to step up and deliver. And moving on to these players, and as you said there, if Sensei is able to steal the victory on this match, that could be the game then sealed for him, as there's not really an opportunity then for Kip Slim to really make much of a comeback, right? But we are going to be ready to jump into the action now to see what these 2 players are going to be bringing.
Well, Sensei needs to change his weapon. That's for sure. Hopefully he'll do that right before this starts. The HSO405, I think he's using. Oh, I think, yeah, Sensei didn't switch his gun, so he had to bail out, which is fine. I think Kip did the same thing, right? I'm pretty sure somebody did that already. So yeah, as long as they haven't started the match, that'll work. We'll just restart it. And we will hopefully get right into it, right when Sensei gets his gun back. We'll see which guns they use, obviously. Shotguns, there's so many good choices, especially up close. It depends on the style you want to play. Do you want to have a more of an automatic type of shotgun? Do you want to have a pump action shotgun? There's a lot of different choices you can go with, and we'll see based on their choice here.
Yeah, but I'm excited to get into Rust. I mean, just looking at this, as you pointed out, there's so many levels to this map. So already shotguns itself is a challenge, but playing on a map with so many levels, so many intricacies added to that, yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, just look at the detail. This is one of my favorite maps because this is has so many places to go, corners of the map, height of the map, and Grammy has taken the top. Based on the play that both of these teams or both of these players have shown, I don't expect this one to. I don't expect the player to go up to 5 kills. I expect them to think methodically, trying to figure out where they can get these kills, try to be very, very cautious. And as I said, even if they see each other, if it's mid or long range, they might not want to shoot immediately. They might want to try to continue to push to a spot where they can get them. But right now, both of them throw out their tacticals. Grammy's going up the ladder. In game 5, right? Then he only has to get either a win or a tie to win the whole thing. Grammy Boy here, if he ties this, and in game 5, then Grammy Boy has to win. There's no other option. There is no tie that can help him in game 5. And I'm mentioning this is because these scores are going to be super low and super close. in Game 4.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what makes it so interesting as it all comes down to that calculated play, and both players here are looking to just ride the storm as long as they can. I mean, Sensei also just holding off on the outskirts. He's not pushing in, not moving up towards Kip Slim. He doesn't want to put himself in a vulnerable position, but this does make for very difficult gameplay.
Both just peeking out a little bit there as Granny Boy takes a hit, but you can see his health is, while it's going down, it's not going down enough to really be substantial to push or substantial to make a different strat change. Even with that, a great hit across the way and with a sniper for sure. But with the shotgun, it's just not going to do the damage. So now 2 minutes left.
Yeah. There's a reason why you don't go sniping with a shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
There's a reason.
There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
I never knew until now.
Oh man, but this is I'd like to see if any one of them would be able to get enough damage dealt over this long range to eventually get a kill in. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting with yet another tie. And then, as you said, the pressure comes down to that final match. If Kip Slim doesn't win the pistol round, it goes straight over to Sensei.
Yeah, tie or a loss for Grammy Boy Kip Slim, then that's automatic win for Sensei. Again, Sensei can play it safer on that match as well, since he only needs a tie, at the very least.
Yeah, and then we move into the kill difference. The player with the greatest lead, greatest amount of kills acquired is going to be the one to take the victory if we get to that point. But for the time being,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, Kip Slim, he needs to, either he's going to be looking to go for that tie, or he's super excited to get into a bit of pistol action, I guess.
And even with a tie break with a kill, Sensei has advantage there. He has definitely accumulated a good amount from the ARs and from the sniper. Or actually, just from the AR, I should say.
Enemy in sight.
But I like this play coming in from Kip Slim now. He's advancing forward, getting ever closer to Sensei. And Sensei now is
whoever gets a kill here will win it.
Spot. Yeah.
We'll win this match. Not the matchup, but the match itself. Someone get it? Ooh, both of them hit. And that will lead to a tie. Very methodical on both sides.
Yep.
With Kip taking the top, trying to get an angle to possibly get a headshot with the shotgun. It is possible to do it. It's not going to be as damaging as any other weapon you utilize. So that leads us to an exact match number 5. I really like to go the distance here, so this is perfect. Sensei and Grammy Boy doing an excellent job keeping their stance and doing their best here. But let's go and take a look again at the maps, because this is super important to break down. So right here we got pistols, all right, at shipment. We're definitely gonna have a few more kills than 0, I believe, but it will be tougher because you cannot just automatic fire like we have seen with the ARs and some machine guns. More of a semi-automatic, or I'm assuming they're going to be using semi-automatic pistols, but we'll see when we get in there.
Yeah, I mean, we're going from shotguns over on towards pistols. Now, shotguns, they are able to do a little bit of damage over those ranges, but not enough to really find those hits. And then we saw that really coming to fruition. But as we hop into pistols, again, this is kind of a mix between the sniper round we had, as well as the kind of shotgun round we had just now.
So Sensei needs to switch his gun. Okay. Oh, did he? Oh, he got it. I'm like, I hope he got it. Yes, he does. All right, he has a pistol, and just gotta get the. Yeah, there we go. The J358. And honestly, I don't know much about pistols because I barely use them. Maybe in certain situations where I'm desperate. But for the most part, you know, this is going to be certainly an educational piece for me as well. Renetti is what Grammy Boy is using. It's got a red dot to it as well, helping with the accuracy. As I said, the J358 Dark Victorian weapon. He's not using a semi-automatic pistol. He's using like a Magnum style, so... And it works.
Ooh. Yep. It definitely does work. A much more effective hit coming through. But again, still not going to be an easy play. Sensei does, however, make it look very easy.
I think Sensei picked a very good weapon. Just 2 shots, and it works. Grammy still needs to be on the board and almost gets shot there. Was able to avoid Sensei. Can still use your tacticals. And there's that semi-automatic I was talking about that I thought most players would use here. And Grammy goes and takes his gun. I don't know if he's going to now switch to that gun and use that for the rest. No. He's going to stick with his old faithful Renetti.
Wise move. I think this, coming in with a little bit more rapid fire option there is potentially a play to make, but you also got to look at Sensei. I mean, that revolver does cause an insane amount of damage, though.
Yeah, literally 2 shots, and probably if he gets a headshot with it, that's 1 hit. That'll be a 1-hit kill, so... I think for consistency, I think the Renetti is probably better. But for straight power, probably gonna give it up to Sensei's. Oh, he gets a flash off! And he will get the kill.
Well, this is looking good, though, for Kip Slim. I mean, Grammy Boy, this could be the match, maybe, if he continues on as he's been going right once again, and then it's all down to that point difference, looking to see who is the player that got the most skill across the board. So if Grammy Boy is looking to take the victory, he needs to do it by quite a margin.
Yes, he has to, because as you just mentioned clearly, that point difference is going to make up the difference, who wins. Because even if Grammy Boy wins, that doesn't mean he has won the matchup. He only won 1 match. And Sensei then would have won 1 match. And that would lead to the kill tiebreak. Nice shot from Sensei.
Yeah, Sensei is coming swinging into this one. He's not going to want to let Grammy get away with it. With that, he now pushes on it to a 3-point lead.
Oh, Grammy turns around to say hello, as he was able to get one back. Sensei showing that this map is
As Sammy gets taken down by Grammy Boy, and I also thought he threw the grenade on him. I don't think he intended. 0 lead now, with Grammy Boy leading a huge charge.
tomorrow. I don't know if DK is streaming tomorrow. I'm not too sure, but I'd love to be back tomorrow and stream alongside you again.
Love
It
to
was a
have you
wonderful
back too. I'm not sure if DK is tomorrow. Could be. But if
All
he
right,
is, we'll have him with me. If not, we'll have Uncle DV here again, who did a fantastic job. All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Alright. Okay. Alright, thanks.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah.
Put that on the board. Ovo, though, having some difficulties getting on the board in the first place.
Get down!
He still
Sniper!
needs to get his first. Oh, he almost peeked that, and the Void was certainly ready for it. Let's take a look at Ovo here. He might have saw him as he jumped. maps because that's going to be an important part, possibly, of this whole thing. So you guys are well updated, thanks to myself.
trifle round, my first match. So I just, I was like, when I noticed after the game that I was lagging, so I switched to
I think you guys you're super. It sounds
able
like you guys were
to,
super
draw
nervous.
for rest games. But I'm not going to lie, the outcome was really disappointing. I mean, I don't know. I'm a pro player, so play this. I don't really get nervous because I play a lot, so I'm used to it at this point.
I know it's definitely a different surrounding playing at a particular location where you actually see the player in front of you competing against them. That must have been a totally different experience, and obviously you got the headphones in, trying to hear everything that's going on in game while you got all the noise coming out from outside. That's a whole different ball game. But Grammy Boy, excellent job! Congratulations on your third place victory, Sammy. Congratulations to you as well, getting your fourth place victory, and we will be moving on. Right back, and we'll get ready for our last matchup between Sensei and, let me make sure I got the right name, Sensei and Virus. There we go.
In a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it.
The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That 2 and 5 in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. Go! Go! Yeah, this is it.
The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That 2 and 5 in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. Go! Go! Yeah, this is it.
The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That 2 and 5 in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go.
in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is it.
Okay, we are at the final, the last matchup. This is what everybody has been waiting for. Virus versus Sensei. Best two players in the region. Really, out of, again, over 700 players signed up for this, registered, competed, and we're down to two. DK, what do you think about this?
I mean, that is an absolute amazing accomplishment. Making it out of those crazy numbers all the way to the final two to fight it out on stage. I mean,
side of Virus, which we never thought would happen, is happening right now. Being really evident. Oh, wow.
Well, the timing of those shots just looking absolutely phenomenal. And Sensei now being able to push all the way up onto a 5-0 lead with just about 2.5 halfway marker, but looks like Sensei is not going to be backing down anytime soon.
That quick scope was awesome. And there's another one. Sensei on a roll here. What is he using? My God. Sensei with 7 in a row, not even allowing Virus, of all players, Virus, not going to kill yet. And every shot seems to be one hit. He was only shooting 1 bullet at a time, and every time it's contact.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, there's not much that can be said about this. Is like, if you are just a player that is really amazing with a sniper in hand, this is kind of then what it looks like. But Iris is just looking to break that kind of momentum. Just needs to add at least 1 point to the board. So it's not a clear runaway coming through there for Sensei. But now this could be maybe the ball swinging in Virus's favor. Sensei is now on the approach, drops down, it's ready to move in, but Virus not just focused on that opposite end.
Yeah, with Sensei's big lead of 7, it'll be a lot for Virus to come back from. We'll see if he can in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Sensei slowly creeping. I think he's starting to hear Virus cut around to the backside of him. Quickly, again, that quick scope, just quickly scoping in and then letting it fly has been extreme. Oh, that was a bad throw, but it's extremely good. Hey, we're not saying his grenade throws are the best. We're saying his sniper shots are the best right now.
Yeah, and that is all that matters for this round. Yet another hit up onto the double digits as the Virus now, I think he has been dealt a bit of an antivirus here.
You've been waiting for that one, and honestly, we never had the time to use a joke like that because it never came about where Virus is losing. So there you go. That's just how crazy it is to see Virus not winning. I know that seems like, well, everyone loses sometimes, right? I don't know about Virus.
But this just speaks volumes of the level of gameplay from both these players here. Ooh.
What was that? I don't know if Virus kind of got stuck taking the ladder or something. Oh, that was a good shot from Virus, though. But this will end at 2-12. Congrats to Sensei getting match number 2. So we have not only doing well, but also struggling at times.
Yeah, it is quite refreshing, just showing us that they are, mere mortals. We also have them, we see that that feed of them on stage every now and again, and just some absolute laser focus coming in from them. But speaking about laser focus, they're going to have to continue to apply that as we now move one step closer to that 5th match. It is going to be over towards the submachine guns next.
Yep. As you guys know, submachine guns are automatic weapons that are probably the best for MP. Most players, at least, prefer the SMG over any other type of weapon when it comes to multiplayer. So both players should be used to using them. And here we go. So the MX-9 has been a fan favorite or player favorite. Sensei's using it right now. And Virus is also using the MX-9. Both of them non-skinned.
Who needs a skin? I mean, their level of gameplay speaks for itself. And I mean, they probably should have their own skin by this point. Sensei and Virus.
Yeah, 10 seconds
right
to come
back
out.
into the fight.
For Activision. This is an interesting spot for Virus. I like it a lot. I don't think Sensei knows he's up here. Great hits. You got to follow that up. He's going for it. Yes, he does. Gets around the corner there to get a 1 more bullet kill. Might be throwing that a little too far. I think he threw it over the fence. But still, here's Sensei. So he's staying in the same exact spot he did just a moment ago, and I don't think Sensei is ready for it. I don't know if Virus... So you can see here, he's just looking at the only opening where he can come up from. He could technically jump onto the crates, but that would make noise, so he doesn't necessarily have to look in that direction. Virus, who has the lead, I think Sensei can't quite figure it out. He's probably assuming that he's on the ground. And you can see he's just looking at different directions. This is the normal way you look. If you're Sensei, this is what you do. You kind of look back and forth on the ground level. You technically can see over crates at the same time, so that all is covered, but he needs to realize Virus is up there. And if you've checked everything else... knows it now. Oh, he can, if he had a grenade, if he only had a nade. He already used it, though.
Oh, welcome, welcome. This is now where we wait to see if Sensei...
Virus doesn't want to come down. He won't come down unless he dies there. He already saw that it worked once. He doesn't know that Sensei knows he's there, so he's just going to stay put. What Sensei needs to do is hop onto that blue crate on the left and either shoot at him from there, which he's doing right now, or to literally push him.
Yep. Limited options. That is what he's got, but he's not getting ready to push, and Virus keeping a very watchful eye on that exact angle. Yep.
Nice return. Sensei saw him in the corner of his eye right before he turned off of the enemy, so he turned right back to him and started shooting to get the kill.
Contact with enemy.
2-1 in favor of Virus. Certainly no big shakes yet, as it can go any way here. Oh, a headshot to get a kill.
Yep, that is what we want to see. Ooh, another shot coming in. Quick trade-off with that, and oh man, I was expecting this to be a pretty challenging match, but so far it is looking to be extremely difficult, as Sensei is now 1 point ahead. This is such a back and forth between both of them.
Oh, you got a flash on him, so he has to slide out. Tries to win anyone, he does. Sensei wanting to play the slow game, the crouch game, where he's completely silent to the enemy. And then when that flash came out, he's like, I gotta run, I gotta get out. And it still worked in his favor, just slid and took out Virus. Sensei just putting on a clinic right now. And that's what happens when you get initial shots on the target.
Yeah, so this is a good steady play coming in from Sensei here as he picks up yet another one, and he continues on with this momentum. He could definitely be taking the victory as there's only a few more seconds left. We are under a minute now, and we do see a 5-point lead coming in now for Sensei.
Yeah, Sensei would... It would be interesting to see him lose this, but I don't think so. It would be a big push that Virus would have to do, and we have seen him capable of killing right away multiple times in under a minute, but not like this, not against a player like this. 2-8 now in favor of Sensei. Oh, I did not expect that.
Yeah. Good performance there as a Virus just slides his way into yet another point, but it is going to be a 5-point difference for the time being. Will we see that get pushed up to a 6-point lead, or is it going to be reduced down to 4? Timer slowly but steadily taking away. It is about to be the final play, the final push. Oh, nice!
Sensei even got hit multiple times as he tried to peek with the grenade out, and Virus still couldn't get it done. So 3-9 in favor of Sensei, winning the last 2 matches, giving him now a lead in the total matchup for 2-1. It is best out of 5, so if Sensei wins another round, that is it. That is game over, and Sensei will be your champion. But it's not done. Right now, if Virus can get 2 in a row, that'll be that, I think. Yes, that'll be that.
Yep, it is going to be a 2-1 in favor of Sensei. We did have that first match play coming through with Virus taking the dub. Sensei winning the second round, but now also winning the third round. And from here on, we are going to be moving up into that shotgun action. So the level of difficulty just jumped up quite a bit, as we saw already. There's quite a bit of range for these players to try and work with. As shotguns, you know, they're good for up close, but super challenging over a longer distance.
Yeah, as you put it perfectly, we did see a matchup with the shotgun before, and given the multiple levels, the areas of the map that you can get to, the distance you can keep, that shotgun is going to be tough to get some kills. You really have to be a player in time. These are no ordinary people. You have Virus and Sensei, best players in the region right now. There is no doubt in my mind that they will find a way to kill if they can. If anyone finds a way to kill, it'll be them, for sure.
Yeah, finding a good way to utilize those shotguns. I mean, I'm excited to see what this match will bring. So far, no disappointment coming in on assault rifle, sniper, or submachine. So I'm expecting some pretty insane plays coming through with the shotguns. And here we see also what they are fighting for. They're fighting for that first and second place, with first place walking away with 200,000 Naira, second place with 150 Naira. And of course, our third and fourth positions already being decided.
Yeah, it's an amazing amount, and it's really awesome that we can have such an event like this. We want to appreciate everyone who's watching, whether there at the place or here on stream with us. Thank you guys for coming in and supporting what we're doing here. So we're gonna get over. Let's see if they're ready. Are they ready yet? Almost. Sensei and Virus again still in the room, but they just need to get their shotguns
Sensei. Sensei, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Every single fight that has in this event has led to this very moment. You have now won. How does that feel? I mean, you were constantly. I mean, this match particularly was down after the first game. You were able to change it up. Did you use a strategy, or was it something like I'm just going to play my game and we will hope that works? How much respect can you give Virus with this matchup? Yeah, there was a lot of times where you were able to counter his pushes, and not many people, I don't even think anybody else can really stop Virus when he's on a roll. But you put that out right away. Yeah, great job. I really have no other words to say, Sensei. Congratulations. First place, I mean, amazing. Virus, I want to talk to you. Do you have your mic? Are you good? Virus, excellent job on your here, second place. Tell us a little bit about your gameplay here and what maybe you could have done differently if possible.
To say his name.
Who is coming? Can you ask Lydia who's coming?
So what?
My favorite part for you, obviously, was the ARs, as you mentioned. The ARs, you had a very dominant lead to begin. Tell us a little bit about that match and why you were so successful against us. Yeah, I mean, you really knew where he was coming out of. The SMG match, I love your positioning on top of the grave. That worked out. I think the very first kill, not the second.
Oh, is it what is silent disco?
Almost where you could have said where you were. Is that
You're supposed to say it's a silent disco party.
second and first place? Definitely should be doing that. We are now
are they doing?
Tell us a little bit about your
Okay.
thoughts on Virus and Sensei, and what they were able to do that made them better than almost everybody else. Definitely better than everybody else.
So apparently, it's just him. And it's not from Afriff. It's from 88 Gamers. No. Thank you. Tell them good night. Somebody from your club to come and say something.
Yeah, amazing gameplay from both players, as mentioned. The accuracy, the movement, the weapon choices as well. You have to be almost in order to win an event like this.
5. The last one with the 4 matches, but still, I mean, it was incredible.
All right.
Gotta respect all the players that came to play.
Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time, can we?
We're gonna kick this back over.
The one and the only.
toughest choice behind you now. You can do anything. One voice that you can sing. Don't change a thing. Embrace your fears and find their meaning. Time mellows the suffering. Forgotten path, a newfound dream.
Will you just inform us once it goes live?
Yeah. Well, so we're live again. We are ready to go for the second match of this one. Devoid winning it against Offset. Devoid having a long streak in that match. Offset almost coming back, which would have been super impressive. But we're definitely going to have a fight on our hands. It was so close at the end. So yeah, we will begin that shortly. Let me show you guys the map to figure out who or where we will go for our second match. Kill House, the submachine gun area. I feel like this is a great map in order to get your rotations in correctly, your positions in, and feeling comfortable in certain positions as well. It can also be really great for the aggressors as there's a lot of obstacles in the way. At Kill House, what do you think Offset will need to do, DK, in order to make it back into this?
He's going to have to bring it like he did already in this past match. So he really tried to make a strong comeback, and he definitely did deliver on that front. But what I'm curious to see is now that both players are essentially warmed up, right? There's no more excuses. This is now do or die time. This is step up, shape up, and perform. And I'm thinking we're in for quite a bit of a ride coming into this Kill House map.
And DV, with Kill House, we've seen so many back and forth. Sometimes it's different than the way the Shipment game came out. What do you think players will need to do differently here compared to Shipment?
Hold the angles, play more tactically. Kill House is a bigger map, and you said it yourself in the first games. It has more angles and just more rotations to it in general. So the players are going to have to use that to their advantage, use their surroundings to their advantage. We've seen Devoid plays well in Kill House as well. Might be his map. He might just end it 2-0 here and take that third place. Disappointing Offset. But if Offset carries on playing the way he played in the Shipment game, he can also switch things up and take us straight to that sniper round. And I think both players are ready to get this started now.
I think so too. We are now live. We do have a few minutes delay to make sure there is no stream sniping. But we should be live right now on YouTube. So if you are there, welcome to the stream.
We are. All right, let me get this started. Let's see these guys in action in the Kill House map. We've already seen Devoid dominate a Kill House map tonight. Can he do the same thing here and just ruin Offset's night and take the win and take third place in the 88 GC 1v1 event? Let's see how this plays out.
So far, both of them playing back in their corners. Do you think we're going to see a lot of this, DV, in the beginning to kind of get a sense of how each plays?
Yeah, I think in the beginning it'll start off more slow, and as the game goes off towards the end, we'll see more action, more rushing, more aggression. But from the beginning, it might be more passive until they just, get into the swing of things. What do you think, DK?
I think they've got to have their opportunity to get into the swing of things. I'm expecting, them to just go all out. They've had that first match, that first round to try and assess each other, and I'm pretty sure that they were able to gather enough information from that to kind of know what they should bring coming into this match. And I believe that's what we're seeing now. The players just utilizing the terrain, utilizing the map, all the hard cover, the different angles to try and come in from. And this is going to be a pretty hairy fight between both Offset